launching, doing anything big. It was planned last minute. My name is Mariama Koli. I am a radio presenter. I work with Afro Radio part-time. I'm an actress at the Ibunjan Theatre and the proprietress of Studio 411 as well. I am also a youth activist for women and girls' rights. And I would like to welcome you all to this luncheon and to say thank you for making time to be here. We could have reached out and some of you say no or we are busy. Brikama is a long way, but you all made time to be here. So we'd like to welcome you and say thank you, and we apologize for the late start. We are trying to keep up with the no Gambian time syndrome, but unfortunately today we fell under that trap due to circumstance. But I think today I'm proud to be here and also proud to be a part of this organization that we're about to launch, Youth Alliance Gambia. And you know, on the high table, we of course have some of the executives. I am the media coordinator for this organization as well, so I'll be handling most of the media visibility of the organization and help out with media outreach, and of course, make sure that people know about what this organization is going to be doing and what, you know, what the idea is as well. And when I was approached by Idrissa about the idea, I thought it was wonderful just to bring young people under one umbrella for all of us to work together. You know, especially as Gambians and as young potential people, we see a lot of things happening in this country, and everybody is taking a name for it. I, me, instead of just saying we, you know, as young people, all of us, let's join hands and make it work. And it is in fact more effective in that way. You know, one hand can't do everything, and when you have more people on deck on whatever you are doing for the development of young people, for the development of our communities, for the development of our country, it's more effective because then you have different ideas, different, you know, people coming on board to make it better. So I applaud Idrissa Sanyang for coming up with this great idea, and of course reaching out to some of us. I've been a youth activist for the longest. I think I started when I was 12 years. And we've seen how we all struggle from one level to another. I was a Lenehan member, I was a CAA member, I've been in so many other youth organizations, and I've worked with other youth organizations as well. And our idea has always been to bring young people together, which seems impossible. When he told me, I'm like, boy, you have a lot of work to do. This is not going to be easy because we have crazy people in this country. We have smart, brilliant people, but again, it's difficult to bring young people under one umbrella. Especially now with the new face of Gambia. Everybody thinks they know, everybody thinks they're brilliant, you know, everybody thinks they're super smart. So you need to be really prepared for it. But I'm also hopeful. You know, for someone to bravely come out and say, oh, I want to bring young people under one umbrella is also another great stuff. So I'm not going to bore you all with much talking. I'm just coordinating here as a MC for today. I didn't come prepared for it, but I would allow the executives to introduce themselves, and I'm sure each of them have something to say briefly. So I'll start with our lawyer, Mr. Bunja Davo. Welcome, sir.
Oh, thank you very much, Mariama, for that wonderful presentation. Well, I believe Mariama has said quite a lot, and then, well, we were all approached by Idrissa with the idea, and we all welcome very well. Well, looking at the youths of this country, we all know that they are indeed doing very great. We all know that they are doing very well. But there is this one big problem that we have been facing from a very long time, and this has still been persistent, and we think it's time for us to change this. We think it's time for us to call youths to come together and then make sure that they pursue a unified goal that will make sure that their efforts, their activities are being recognized by the society, and then at the end they will make a greater impact on the society. So that's why we think this organization is an ideal one, because it aims at doing that. So this will help us in developing this country in a great way, because at some point our efforts will be recognized in the development of this country. So basically, she has said it all. So I just don't want to go back and repeat the same thing for boring you with so many talks. I am Mr. Bunja Dabo, and I'm the legal support coordinator for the organization. Thank you very much. And at my far left, right, you have our lady, the lady responsible for the region. Can shed light on some of the things. Anyway.
Thank you so much, Bunja. Let's give him a round of applause.
Okay, I am Banna Sabali. I'm the vice president of this association, newly established association. So just like they all said, we were all approached by Idrissa with this brilliant idea. And then I think it is the best idea that I've come across so far, because I haven't seen an idea calling on all organizations, all youth groups in the Gambia, because I know in every community now, you have a youth association. So bringing all these associations together, I think it is very, very important. And then also, as he told me, this association is not out to hunt a particular group of people or to try to marginalize people, saying that your association is not good enough, but then to bring people together, saying that this is the best, let's come together and fight for a common goal. Because we know young people are facing a lot of challenges, ranging from migration and then coming down to even community level, you are not allowed to do certain things. So I think this association will come together to bring out success stories, because young people, we have been doing good. I wouldn't say that we are not doing good, we are doing good. So with this association, I think the sky is the limit. So that's the little I have.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Banna. Banna is the vice president of the organization as well. So she's the boss lady. She's our boss. Finally, I'll just hand over to the president and the man behind all of this idea, the founder and owner of the organization that we're officially launching today. And I'm sure he has a speech that he wants to do to officially launch Youth Alliance Gambia. Mr. Idrissa.
Thank you very much, Mariama. Thank you, Baba. Thank you, Banna. I appreciate you guys all. I prepared a speech, but since you guys don't have any,
Go ahead with your speech.
No. I'm just saying, it doesn't need to look at a prepared speech.
Yeah.
This is just something that we should have done a long time ago. And the reason why I knocked on your door, I know you guys are already in the field doing like selfless work, trying to improve the lives of the youth out here in the country. So I applaud you guys for what you're doing. I'm a baby in this industry here. I haven't lead anything before, and I haven't been super into like organizing, volunteering, all of that stuff. I started a couple of months back, I could say earlier this year when I joined the Seattle Gambian executive team, because I see the need in our community coming together. And it's just, like you were saying, there is so much potential, there is so much resources, there is so much individual successes every one of us know about. But when it comes to like collectively, what do we own as a unit, as Gambians, it's always like it doesn't exist, and including Seattle too. That's why I put out that video. Anything that I can do to help, I want to be a part of it. I'm a Gambian first and foremost, and it is up to us to step up to the plate and take there's games of politics, laziness, and all of that out of the window to create the home that we want, the lives that we want. And I also want to point out, because this is the farthest from politics that this organization can be, we don't want to be a part of any politics at all. I don't believe politics is the answer to all of our questions, and mostly our president or our leaders are representative of the people that we have. So, how can we as individuals, as youths of this country, step up to the plate and create something that we can be proud of? A unified goal of, like, let's say, helping your brother who's dealing with mental health issues, or like of employment opportunities somewhere, and like making sure that someone who's looking for a job knows about it and can access that resource. So, things like that, we got to step up to the plate and And the thing is, if good-hearted people, who mean well, if we don't step up, then we live in a vacuum for people who are incompetent, people who are, narcissists and all of that to be leading us, and it's just chaos everywhere. So I saw the need for this in the U.S. I stepped up. I'm part of it. I wasn't an elected member, so I just wanted to volunteer my time and all. So also coming here I'm a U.S. citizen, as someone who resides in Seattle. Hopefully, I'll transition back home. I have to find a way here. But just seeing, how much hard work Gambians do outside the country. We all work like multiple jobs, and we have several other hustles. How about we tell our brothers and sisters here, yeah, if you have the opportunity to travel, go ahead, go. But you can also be successful in this country here. And the hustle that we make out there on a daily basis, if we tell you guys, like, you can make it by doing some of this stuff, you can have several jobs out here, and you can have a side hustle where you can sell something, all of that. And all of that can improve your individual livelihood. It can improve our collective goals. So I felt the need for this, and I was thinking of how can I contribute? Because if you reside in the U.S., what can you do even when you are not in Gambia? Like, what can you? So that's why I came up with this idea, and I felt like if we have eyes on the ground and we partner with already associations that we have here that are doing like some selfless work, if we partner with them, then we can shed light on some of these important things going on in our community. But it doesn't, like, I can be in Seattle, Washington, my home, but I know of like Green Up Gambia having an activity, maybe growing plants. I can post about that. I can talk about the reason why we might need to be there to support them. And so making it that online resource, but also having the opportunity of like writing out to some of these organizations, either in the US or here, people who can maybe give us some resources or something that we can reinvest into issues that matter, that affect the youth. Man, I was also saying it's not gonna be an all boring association. We'll try and maybe have some like fun events, like throwing out. I was talking to SD about it last night. Just throwing some of those events which proceeds, maybe high school kids can be employed during that time, college kids, and the proceeds can go into supporting an agenda. Let's say the Disabled Association of Gambia. So it's all just coming from a positive place, just wanting to do more, because we were talking last time, it's not as complicated. Like, if you want something and you make some efforts towards that, you are going to achieve it. That was the experience of like wanting to go to America, putting effort in there, or like, just wanting anything, including even a wife. If you want a wife, you see someone, you gotta ask, can I get her phone number? You gotta find a way to talk to that person. And then when she agrees, you talk to the family. Like, you gotta put action into like wanting change. So that's what we're doing here. I wrote a full speech. I was expecting like a bigger turnout, but like you were saying, we will keep the goal. We're gonna keep fighting. This is not about me. It's not about anyone else. If anyone want to be a part of it and support it, great. Let's work together, because we're gonna better this country. If you don't wanna be a part of it, you wanna sit on the sidelines, good, bro. We see you. But it's not gonna make us stop. We're gonna keep going, and hopefully it catches on. Whatever I can do to push the agenda of Gambia, that's what I want to be about. And working with you guys who are already in the field doing this amazing work. I want to follow your footsteps. I want us to guide each other. I want us to mean well. I want us to be accountable. And hopefully, with all of that in place, we will be able to survive. We'll be able to thrive. We'll be able to make some positive changes out here. So that's my word, and thank you all. I think what we will do now, if any of you have any questions at all, then we can go ahead and answer those questions, and then We proceed.
Give him a round of applause. Thank you so much. It is, I think that was a great speech, though you didn't even want to read your speech, but you just said very important things from what you have just shared with us. I mean, yesterday when we spoke, I told you, don't expect too many people today, because first off, it's new, and Gambians don't embrace anything new. They would wait until when you do all the work, until you have the recognition, and then you start doing big things and people start yelling your name. That's when everybody would want to come on board and say, oh, lafta ka ndabla jile, lafta ka bole len masi dama si buga boga. But on the beginning of it, at the grassroots, don't expect so many people to come. So many people would commit and you will not even see them. So there's going to be challenges. It's not going to be as easy as you think it would be. But again, that will be your commitment for you to do what you want to do. I mean, whether you have 1 people or 2 people, do it.
Yeah.
Do what you want to do. Let it not stop you. Let the crowd not discourage you. Even if you have, I mean, we all started there. When Lenehan started, it was just 2 members. And Lenehan ended up being the biggest organization in the Gambia that has changed the lives of so many young people, including myself. So it's a gradual process until when people really get to understand what you're doing. And as Gambians, of course, it takes us a while before people would even trust and commit themselves. You know, you've been living in the US all your life and finally coming home to give back to the Gambian people, to your own home, I think is a great plus. You could have just say, you know what, I have it all, let me concentrate on myself and my family and my friends, and that's it. But you care so much about your country, you care so much about your communities, you care so much about your people, and you want to come and give back, and that's a plus. Whether it works or not, still, that is one thing you need to remember, that you have made an effort and you have made a commitment. In 2018, I had the opportunity to go to the US, and I was there and I saw so many other Gambians, and I had the opportunity to talk to them, and this is exactly what they all keep telling me. I want to come home, I want to help, but most of them are scared because they're not even sure if people will embrace their ideas or what they want to do. You know, but I keep telling them, I can go places, but I'll still go back home because that's all we have. No matter how long we stay outside, someday we will all decide to go back home, and it will be our responsibilities to then make it home for us where we can live for ourselves and our children and next generation of leaders as well, and even the existing generation of leaders. So we applaud you for that, and job well done for just kick-starting this, you know. Clap, yes, she's saying clap. So